This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best? That team will win the game.
The punter and kickoff man, Sam Martin, to get us started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. The 40. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Dalton now to pass. Devon Kennard leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. A draw play. Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Johnson on the counter. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's complete to Jesse James. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, that's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Johnson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's get the second.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Give him 6 there, but now it's third.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Get that ball.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studio. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Run Tate, 53 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, set. 250. 59.
Stafford on 1st down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing is Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick, there on the coverage.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Stafford. This one complete to Lacy. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. Able to make one man miss, but he will be corralled around the 10-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Dalton here from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go back to the ground with Johnson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Going up top. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Stafford, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Mixon will try the right side, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Stafford, screenplay, Johnson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Stafford. They've got his man complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now. Bernard, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. Agnew now to return. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back out is Matthew Stafford and the Lions offense. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Watch the run, watch the run.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You got him. Got him.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. And now nothing but green ahead of him. A huge play there in overtime. 71 yards. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now Stafford with his first throw of OT. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, I'd go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only 2nd down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for 3rd. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's 3rd down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.